Hey everyone, welcome to our GrooveCart tutorial. Great to have you all here. And I'm just sort of see who's in the chat at the moment. We've got Michelle, Gabrielle. Michelle's from Australia. We've got Tyra from the US. So great to have you guys with us. Today's session is going to be about Printify and creating products within the Printify platform. Now, the thing with Printify, it is not connected, or it's not one of the providers or suppliers within GrooveCart. I just want to let you know now, you don't have to stick with the suppliers that are actually in GrooveCart. The real benefit of sticking with the using the suppliers in GrooveCart is that you are able to connect your store directly with their platform, which of course helps when you're when sort of knowing how much inventory is left, and it'll just automatically update your GrooveCart site. However, this is a one that's not connected, obviously, and I mean, basically, you just have to keep an eye on it. And if you get orders, you have to do them manually within the platform system. So, which you would normally have to do with the other ones as well. But like I said, nothing gets auto-generated because you cannot connect to the GrooveCart platform with this particular one. If I can get Karen, if you can just share my screen. So when you go to Printful, which is Printify, I think I've been saying Printify, but Printify, which is printify.com, you come to the site and you get to this page here. Now, this is the first time for you, you got to sign up, but I've got an account with Printify. Now I have a free account, and so when I sign in, this is what you're going to see. Now, you can add your stores to Printify, but you probably won't need to in this particular case. Well, in a sense, what you would need to do is actually have it as a store, but you're not actually going to be connecting to your actual GrooveCart store. So at the end of the day, it's not really a benefit in terms of having a store because of the fact that it's not going to be connected. All I'm trying to do here is show you how to create a product which you can manually put into your GrooveCart store and start selling the products from here. So in order to do that, we're going to go to catalog, and I'm going to choose women's clothing, and we're going to choose something that's in the sportswear. Now, I mean, you've got loads of different examples of products here, but we're going to let's go for this one here, women's mesh sneakers. So if we go on that, if we click on there, and as you can see, we've got a bit of a details of the actual sneakers. We come down here, there's more about them, the key features, care instructions, size guides, and all those sorts of things. So, but literally what we're going to do is we're going to be able to, we're going to create the product within GrooveCart. However, we're not going to get to that point today because I think we're going to run out of time. So let's just go through some of the stuff that we need to do in order to create this product. Now, just a sec. I'm just going to turn on the microphone. And okay, now, so we're at this page here, and what we want to do is we want to copy this information because when we actually go through the whole designing thing part of it, we're going to lose the ability to actually copy this information, because once we start designing, we won't be able to go back to here because we're not connected to our GrooveCart. So we're literally going to have to do a manual process here. So what I'm going to do is you're going to need to copy all this. Now, I suggest do it in Google Docs. So if you've got your drive there, just I would create a new folder, and then I would then create a new document. So we've got our blank document ready to go. So we're going to go back here and we're going to copy and paste this information. We'll go down as far as here. We don't really need to put, sourced in China or blank product sourced in China. We just need the main ones here. We don't even need generic brand, but we'll delete that. So we're just going to copy. We're going to go into here and we're just going to paste. Now we'll paste without formatting. Okay. Take the generic brand out and then backspace. So far we've got that piece of information. Let's go back to the product, and now we want all this stuff here. So I'm going to select that, left click, hold and copy. And again, back to our document and paste without formatting. Okay, go down a couple of lines, go back. Now this part here, we want to also capture as well. So again, I'm just going to left click on the first icon there and then go across and then copy and then go back to our document and paste. You'll probably find there, see how it's actually come up with all those placeholders, if you like, images. Now I probably don't want that, and so I'm just going to go on a PC. I'm just going to go Control Z. That will take away that, or it's like going back one step. We'll go back to the product again. Let's just copy, and we're going to go back to here, and we're going to paste without formatting. All right, now it didn't add those placeholders or image placeholders. I'm going to get rid of the double, the duplicate words there. Why it's duplicated, I'm not too sure. And we're just going to get rid of those spacing in between, because these are actually just features really. So what we're going to do, we're going to highlight that all by left click and then down to the last benefit or last feature there, highlight that all, and then we're just going to go to the bulleted list feature there, and we're just going to give it some bullet points. All right, hope everybody's with me so far. Okay, go back to the product again. Let's put this in. We want this in there too. This is care instructions. Now we may not capture these titles here, so we may have to put them in manually anyway. So we're going to copy this, go back to our document, and then we're going to paste again without formatting. Now, like I said before, we don't have these titles, so maybe we will copy and paste that. And we're going to put that, was it that one? Yep, was that one? Okay, that will go under here. I think. Getting a bit lost here. Where are we? Key features, Eversol, yes. Title there. Again, oh, hang on. We might do this as a paste rather than paste without formatting. That way, then we get that that bold and larger font there. So when you do it with when you just paste, it'll actually format exactly what's in there. When you paste without formatting, it'll take out all the format out of those text, and it won't actually apply it when you paste it. So, but in this case, I wanted to apply the features of that text. Go back again. We're just going to go back to the about title there. So you can see why this is kind of a, I mean, this is pretty much what I used to do in the old days before this all sort of came, before e-commerce became a lot more sophisticated, if you like. So it was a bit of a process, but these days now, you know, with different things, you can actually do it a lot. It's a lot more automated. But yeah, in this case, we are doing a manual workaround, and there's a reason for that, is because this does not connect up to our GrooveCart store. The supply does not connect up to our GrooveCart store. So now, key instructions. Let's just do the title first. Copy. Go back in here. And again, paste. Just paste, not paste without formatting, and then we'll get that nice bold and larger font. Go back again. Now, while I'm doing this, just to explain in terms of when you're doing something like this and the time that it takes, it really is when you're putting when you're doing products or creating products, it's actually quite good to just take your, well, not take your time, not just take your time, but also don't do as many products just in one go. Maybe add 2 or 3 products a day. If you've got an hour to spare, then just add, 2 to 3 products a day, and then just leave it at that. The next day, another 2, maybe 3 products. You might do that for 5 days, but after 5 days, you've got 15 products. But you've taken the time to go through them and to make sure that everything is correct. So that is the key thing. Okay. I don't know why that's. Let's just copy and paste. Okay. Okay. All right. Now this one here, the size guide. We want to try and capture the way that it looks in there. Now, sometimes that doesn't happen when you copy and paste. It normally just does a standard format, which is just a plain text. But I've noticed that it actually does create that format in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy and paste this. Go back into here. Okay, size guide. Maybe that was... Yeah, okay. Not sure why that's actually smaller, but anyway, want to capture this bit here too as well. Now it pays to get into a habit where everything is formatted the way that you've done it the first time. So every other product from here on in is formatted like how we've got here when you're doing all your Printify products. So that's just, it keeps everything uniformed. And that's what you want. When someone comes onto your site, it's not, they go from one product to the next and it looks different because the format's different to the last one. And, I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't look good. So try and keep everything in terms of format, how we've got here. I noticed just with these, that size font is very different from this size font. So maybe if you go on there, you have a look at it, and it says Arial 19.5, and even the color really is actually different as well. It's just a lighter shade of black. But let's just say we want to change the size here. So we just go up to here, and we just type in 19.5, and that should 19.5, and then enter. 19.5 and then enter. And I don't know what happened there. Where is it? Why didn't it do it there? 19.5. There we go. And same with this one here, because we want to keep it all consistent. I know I'm spending a little bit more time on the whole sort of, the details on this, but it's really important that you do actually take care of the details, because it's you want to create that sort of great first impression when people come to your site, because it adds more credibility. It looks like it's professional and all that, and that's what we want. We want to have a professional looking e-commerce site. Again, here you can see that that's 19.5 and that's 17. So again, we're just going to highlight in there. We're just going to type in 19.5 and then enter to change the size. Now, let's just make sure that they're all black rather than different shades of black. So we're just going to go here, go to the top one, and that's black. Highlight this one. Make sure that's black. And I think that one is already. And this one here too, of course, as well. All right. So we've got that. We've gotten this far. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put that chart in. So we go back here, and we want to. Now this is an imperial. Now if you're selling over in the US, you want it in imperial because that's what they understand. My suggestion is you sell in the US. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight all this here. So I'm going to start at this point here. I'm going to left click, and then I'm just going to go across and diagonally down to the opposite corner. Now you can see I've highlighted it all, and I'm just going to, let's do that again. Make sure that it's selected. You want to probably select on the blue somewhere. Yep. We're just going to copy and then go back to here. And we're going to paste. We don't want to paste without formatting. We're just going to paste like that. And then we get the format. So at the end of the day, that's what we're after. I just want to bring that down to the next page so it's all sort of together. And so now we've got a bit of a chart going on here, okay, which is a good thing. That's what we want. Now we'll head back to here. Okay, we're finished in that part there. There's not much more that we need to do other than downloading the mock-ups. Now, we haven't done any design on this just yet. So that's the interesting part. That's what we're going to do next. So from there, we're just going to start designing. All right. Now, just going to get rid of that. Okay, so you have the left shoe, the right shoe, and all areas. What we're going to do is we're going to start off with the left shoe. And I'm going to get a design I want to put on that shoe. So over here, I'm going to come over to this place here. Now, you can either get a design from your computer, upload it, and it'll just automatically go into your library, and you can use that. I actually have got designs in my library at the moment, so I'm just going to go there, and you can see all my different designs. And what I might do is I'll probably pick on this one here. Now, I just, if you didn't know already or seen my last tutorial, I went into deposit photos, and I got a lot of the designs from there. I did one in terms of pets and all that sort of thing, or dogs. Same place. This is where I've got a lot of my other designs as well. As you can see, deposit photos, that's come from there. I'm on a paid subscription there, and it's royalty-free images. So I've just actually downloaded some of these designs, and I've uploaded it to Printify. I'm going to use this one here. Let's see what that looks like. Now you just click on it and it'll just go there. Now, it's not quite covering all the areas. What we want to do, it's covered in the actual frame here, but we want to do an overall frame. We want to get all areas. So we just want to go here, and then as you notice, the lines are gone onto the outside of the image rather than the edges came in on the inside. So we've covered that area. We go to the white shoe. We do exactly the same thing. We go to add design. I go to my library. I go down to that design again, click on it, and Again, we want it to fill the whole lot. Okay. Now, the other thing is that here, sole and detail colors, well, it's got white at the moment. White is pretty, I don't think it'll look good and with the white sole and all that sort of thing. So let's go to select, and we want to go black. Okay. And we don't want to use white. We just want to go black. Now, let's just we'll just go for a preview and see what it actually looks like. All right. So that's kind of what we're looking like. You know what? I don't think that really stands out. Maybe for some people, but for me, I'm not really keen on the design. I'm going to just edit that again. I'm going to get rid of that one, and I'm going to try a different design. So simply just come over here to the right again, go to your library if you've got some in there, and then pick another design. Let's just pick this one here. And as you can see, again, it's not filling up the whole complete area. So this is where this is a really handy tool, because you don't actually have to try and stretch it yourself. You just go here and it just does the complete image or the complete area. Same again with the left shoe. We're going to get rid of that image, and we're going to add the one that we just done. Go back to my library. Yeah. And now we'll do that. Okay, let's just see what that looks like. Okay, it's looking pretty good so far. We'll see what the bigger image. Well, I kind of like that. I think that's really cool. That's actually a really nice, cool looking shoe. If we click on these ones here, we can get an idea of the different angles that it looks like from the back. From the sides. And as you can see, these shoes are pretty great looking shoes, if I don't mind saying. I mean, I'm sort of loving the sole on them. So, it's something that I think would sell really, really, really well. Now, we're not going to leave here, because what we want to do is we want to download some of these images. As I said before, we're going to go through the process of doing this manually, because our store can't connect with this platform. And once we've saved this product, for some reason, and I think it's a glitch with Printify, when you save it and you got to publish it, it's unable to actually bring up all the mock-ups and all the details that we just copied before. So this is why we're doing this process. Now, if you notice down on the left corner, it's got a little icon there, and that's a download mockup. So what we want to do is we want to download that. Now it's all manual. Remember, this is all manual. So, it's something that we've got to do manually. It takes a bit of time, but it's good. It's actually good training, to be quite honest, particularly when you are actually having problems with the platform. This is a great way. This is a great workaround when a platform's not actually doing what it should be doing, and it's not auto-generating into your store or things like that. Then this is a real good way of actually knowing how to do it manually. And like I said, this is how I used to do it back in the old days. So we're kind of spoiled for these days. So I'm going to actually save that mock-up, and I've got a file. You probably can't see it, but I have got a file ready, and I've called it a folder ready, and I've called it Printify. So any sort of mock-ups or images, I just download it to my local desktop or local folder, and then call it Printify images, or the product Printify shoes images. Again, now we want to go to the next one, the next image, and then save that as well. You probably won't have to do all the images. just a few that really matter. But I mean, sometimes it's a good thing to do all the images, because when people are shopping online, the more images, the better. The other thing is, the higher resolution the images, the better as well. So because people want to look at details, they want to see what it looks like close up, and you're increasing your chances if you've got good, clear images, high res. Because you're satisfying your potential customers. And it, like I said, it gives your site more credibility too. So the better the images, the more potential for you to convert any people on your site into buyers, and that's what you're after. Again, we're just gonna. Now, the great thing, of course, about this is that the lifelike looking images that when you create them, how good they look. They actually look like they're part of the shoe, but in actual fact, we've just added that design. So if you look here, I mean, this is, again, it gives more credibility. Having the shoes on somebody, wearing them, whatever, it just looks a lot more better as well. And last image. So now we're downloading the last one, and we're saving that. So along with all the images, the information that we've got about the shoes, everything that's necessary, we'll probably play around with the titles and give it a much more SEO friendly title. There's a lot of other things that we will do in GrooveCart. So this is all going to be done in GrooveCart. We're going to transfer all this information and input all the images into GrooveCart. So that's what we're going to be doing with this. But we're going to also add in things like a great title, a meta title, a meta description, and all those sorts of things that actually help the SEO along a wee bit. Help you get found or help your product get found. Okay, so with that said, we're going to stop it right there. And I've just got a few things before we close off for today. So remember, we're going to have kind of a part 2 to this next week. So we'll stop here because I think that's enough information. Hopefully, you guys were able to carry on. Let me just see if there's any questions here. Where we go? Hi, Peter. Welcome, Johan. Okay. So Johan is in here too as well. So great to see you, Johan, Karen, of course. And good to have you guys here. This is just sort of like, obviously gives you some idea what you can create in terms of products. Although this platform is not actually connected up, this one here is not actually connected to our GrooveCart's site. That's not a bad thing. We can work around that. It's just a manual process, and and it actually helps doing this because it makes you a lot more versatile when you do come across another platform or where they do print on demand. You really like the products there, but we can't connect to it because we don't have them as a supplier in our GrooveCart dashboard or back end. So this is a great way to actually add them in and doing it manually. I always say, don't try to load as many products in one go. If you're thinking of, I really want to get my store underway. I want to get it. I want to get a lot of products up there. I want about 20, 30 products and then start selling. You don't need 20, 30 products to start selling. In fact, you only need one product. And then all the other days you're creating more products. So you just need one product to start off with. And it's kind of like you put some effort into actually promoting that one product. And if you've done your research really well, that one product, that is a sought after product. And there's many different ways you can do research on what product sells and what doesn't. Print on demand really is very popular at this stage, especially t-shirts, socks, all those sorts of things. Keep in mind, there's the 4th of July coming up for the US. So maybe look at a design that's based around the 4th of July, with the American flag. what have you. Even like in Printify, I think there's actually an apron, a chef's apron, or cooking, cook's apron. Maybe do a 4th of July type design on that, because it's summer over there, and a lot of barbecues. People have a lot of barbecues on 4th of July. So, it might be a great product to think about promoting right now, before 4th of July comes along. And of course, if you do it over in the States, it's relevant, but you can also get your deliveries out quicker. All right, so just before we go, I know we've gone over time a little bit here. I just want to let everybody know about our resources page. Now, GrooveAsia.cm/resources. On here, you can find a lot of the things if you want to, link up to, say, for instance, the Mastermind Experience or the GrooveAsia Challenge Review, the Power Hours. Now, Tyra, who's in here, Tyra facilitates the Power Hours, and they're quite popular too. Our Groove Coaching. So if you want to register for the next coaching, which is next week, and depending where you live in the world, it's either a Sunday or a Monday, I think. It might be the same day, I'm not sure, but so you can jump on there and register if you want to. Now, the Groove Coaching is where you can ask questions, anything to do with Groove. It's not a support type sort of session. So when it comes to technical support, we don't have that connection with the developers or the support team from Groove.cm, but these sessions are simply to maybe if you have questions about how to navigate around in Groove pages, where you go to do this, all that sort of thing. So 9 times out of 10, people have got a lot of questions that will need some sort of like a one-on-one type scenario. So in that case, then you can request a private consultation where we can sort of go more at length as to what your question was in that coaching session. Also too as well, this is fairly new. This is the GrooveAsia Builder packages. So the done for you, done with you packages. If you're a business, you don't have the time to do a website, but you want a website for your business. You want sales funnels, you want membership, you want whatever you want. I mean, we've got different packages for different things. Now, you don't necessarily, you have to tell us a bit about your business and what you're selling and who you are, obviously, where you are, all those sorts of things, and what type of websites you want. And then you submit that to us, and we want to make sure that we have the scope to do it in terms of like different expertise behind it to actually make sure we get all those things. So it's not necessarily that we'll do it for you. We can't actually guarantee until we actually have a look at it and see what you're after. And of course, so it's not something that we look at as a quick sale or things like that. It's more so we're really in the business of helping, the GrooveAsia community and get them started when it comes to starting off their own businesses, and try and get them started as soon as possible. And if you don't have the time to go through some of the tutorials that we've done or the challenges, you just want it done, then we can do it. We can do it for you. Or you want to learn, but you want us to do it as well, we can do it done with you package as well. There's also the GrooveAsia Challenge. Not sure if there's the 5-day challenges, but as you come down, you'll see all the different types of things that we have. Okay. Now, the other thing is our team calendar, and I think Karen's putting the links up there, but the team calendar kind of gives you an idea what's going on during the week. This is actually in GMT +8 time, so it's Kuala Lumpur or Malaysian time. And so if you want to know what time it is in your part of the world, just go into the hamburger style menu thing there, and then just go into time zone, click on there, and then find the time zone that you're in. I'm actually in New Zealand, so Wellington is my time zone, and of course it changes it all so that you can see what it is in your time zone. All right, so those are some pretty handy platforms to have. Okay, next one is our breakthrough retreat. Now, some of you may have been on our webinar last weekend, and we did the launch of the breakthrough retreat. And now I was on the last one. Quite a few of us proteges went on to the last one. We absolutely loved it. It was in Langkawi in Malaysia, Langkawi Island. A beautiful, beautiful place. The food was awesome there as well. There was, it was such a wonderful place to actually have a breakthrough retreat. And of course, a lot of us had breakthroughs. So it was really good to have those breakthroughs, because it actually, was able to push us into the right direction and the next level of what we're trying to achieve, not just for GrooveAsia, but for our own businesses as well. So if you were on that and you were thinking, over the week, I do want to go, but I'm not too sure, just make an application first, because we don't necessarily guarantee that we're going to actually accept you either. That's the other thing, because we just want to see if you're the right fit, for the GrooveAsia breakthrough retreat. And we've got to take a lot of things into consideration, and so do you. But this is just an application process to see, one, whether or not you can have a discussion with somebody and talk about the possibilities of coming over. Just do the application and then just go from there. I mean, sometimes it's better to do it than not do it, and then you'll find out whether or not it's going to be right for you or not. Okay, so those are probably the three different things I wanted to go over before we left. We've gone over by about 8 minutes. I don't normally go over that long, but I'd like to thank everybody. Michelle, Tyra, Johan, who else is there so far? Nancy. Didn't see you there before, Nancy, but welcome. And hopefully this session was beneficial and gave you a little bit more insight as to some of the other platforms that you can actually dive into and look for products. We'll do the next part of this next week. And then after that, I've got some other platforms I want to show you where you can actually get products as well. But that's me. So till next week, bye for now.
Hi, this is Simon Liang with GrooveAsia.cm. Are you already a part of the #1 community in the world? If not, do so right now for free training and support, along with live sessions to help you succeed.